Welcome, Capricorn. This is your weekly Teroscope reading for May the 2nd through to May the 8th, 2016. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. And before we get to the energy of the cards, let me thank you for your beautiful, positive, supportive energy that you send my way each and every day. Thank you truly from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Now, let's get to you. We start with the Three of Pentacles. So, you are holding the paintbrush to your portal of tomorrow. So, this is a time to really pay attention to what you truly want to manifest in your life going forward, who you want to become. Okay, this is also a hard work card, but it reaps rewards down the road. So even if it feels like nobody is watching, nobody is looking, put your best foot forward at all times because it will manifest into greatness down the road for you. It could mean the promotion that, 6 months down the road, they're thinking of promoting somebody and they remember the effort that you put in because you were doing it when seemingly nobody was watching, nobody was caring, nobody was watching at all. So be aware that even though it feels like that, people are taking notes, people are watching what you are doing. So, any job worth doing is a job worth doing well. Absolutely. But I think more importantly with this card as your first card, you do hold the paintbrush to your tomorrow. This is a week for dreaming. This is a week for manifesting what you want. Maybe not actually manifesting it, but putting it out to God, your angels, the universe, your spirit guides, and what you want to manifest, who you want to become, what you want to walk into. Okay, you actually are the designer to your portal of tomorrow. So now I put out a new moon affirmation video about a month ago. If you don't have your own affirmations, it's a great place to start to get some ideas on what you can affirm on a daily basis in order to manifest the things you want, in order to raise your self-confidence, in order to raise the belief in your goals, your dreams, your desires. It's right next to the Four of Swords. So definitely prayer and meditation is in order this week. Also, don't be pushing yourself too hard. If your body says relax, relax, okay? Take a breather, take a step back. Understand what you've gone through in the past in order to be in this place and time. Essentially, this card is the warrior that comes in off the battlefield. And they've hung up their weapons, they've taken off their armor, and they lay down to recuperate. They take the time to rest, to give their prayers up to God, the universe, their angels, their spirit guides, to meditate, and to make the plans for the future. So sometimes we need to take a step backwards in order to understand how we fully want to go forward in our life. So if you feel like you are burning the candle at both ends, or you are pushing too hard and it feels like a brick wall, then take the step back. Okay? Relax, enjoy life, go with the flow, do something fun, do something to build the vitality of who you are. Step into joyful experiences, happy experiences, create them if you have to. Watch a comedy, take a day to just sit down and crawl under the covers and read a book for the day. Take a walk through nature. And you know what? It's crossed by the Page of Swords. And usually I warn you about the Page of Swords energy because she is a young energy and she just wants to get the ball moving forward. And so sometimes she does these things that aren't well planned, aren't well thought out. And usually we fall flat on our face if we can remember from our childhood doing something without really thinking it through. But in this case, I don't see any warning here. It's crossed over the Four of Swords. So I think that you need to set yourself on a small adventure this week. You need to kickstart your vitality, your appreciation for life, your zest, your happiness, your joy. If you're going to do a knee-jerk energy, then make it a spontaneous day trip for yourself, or doing something that pleases just you and you alone. Do something for you to bring happiness into your life, to put a smile on your face. Absolutely. We have the Fool as our underlying energy, which is also one that steps off the cliff every now and again to step onto that new path without much planning. So that could actually be the energy that is pushing you this week to do something spontaneous, to do something fun, to do something out of the ordinary. Maybe something that you've never tried or done before in order to open up new avenues, in order to just experience the happiness and the joy that can be there in life. But this is new paths that we are stepping on. And with the Fool, we have a long path. So it's not a get rich quick kind of week. Definitely not. It is, well, it's building our foundation, absolutely. We'll get there. Um, but yeah, experience a little bit of joy in your life this week. Take a time out. You know, take those responsibilities and obligations, give them to somebody else this week. They may not do the job that you would have done, but will give you the opportunity to just celebrate life, celebrate who you are, celebrate your joys, what brings you happiness, your likes, your creativity. We have the Four of Wands as the overriding energy. So this is the marriage and proposal card, traditionally. Building firm foundations, building your foundations, building your cornerstones so that you know that any building blocks you put on top of your foundation are going to be sustainable and long term. Okay, but you might be negotiating things here. You might be, well, negotiating, setting up contracts. If it's in a love relationship, then you're having those conversations to make sure that the stability is there, that the security is there going forward. So you might have to think back a little bit on what wisdom that you have incurred in the past 6 months, a year, in order to understand how to build those cornerstones so that you can actually lay your building blocks on top of them so that you can go forward with an independence, with a liberation, with feeling like you own the path. We have the Eight of Pentacles, so yes, I already said hard work, and here's another card saying hard work. But you're also looking at raising the bar on what you already do, honing your talents, your abilities, turning out a better productivity, turning out better results. So you are looking at ways of tweaking your performance, tweaking how you can do things better. And the best way of doing that is sometimes taking a step back. And I know it's a hard work week, so you know what? You really do need to delegate those obligations, those responsibilities to somebody else so that you do have the free time, so that you can experience your own inner happiness and tap into that, so you know exactly how to raise the bar on your level of success. We have Temperance. It's all about our balance, creating that balance in our life. It can't be work, work, work all the time. I think for the majority of you, it is work, work all the time. You need to look at your life. You need to understand where you can take away energy or time or resources and put it into other areas of your life in order to have that balance, in order to have that security going forward. So when we are putting all of our eggs into one basket, it's never a good thing, because work may suffer, relationships may suffer, our spirituality may suffer, our own well-being and health may suffer. So we really want to look at the balance of our life and plan for the balance going forward and how to incorporate the balance into our life. As we go into the weekend and into next week, we start with the Emperor, so a very strong card. So take the time out, because the Emperor is a strong card who is really looking at the plan forward. Okay, now the Emperor never expects, he expects the plan to work. He doesn't expect defeat. He doesn't expect failure, because he has laid out a well-planned plan. He knows exactly what he wants to do as far as goals are concerned, as far as what he wants to manifest is concerned. He brings other people into the mix where he doesn't have the ability or talent, so that they take over that part of the project or the path going forward, so that when everything comes together, it comes together in a fullness. I think that you're very attached to spirit too here. So, you know, meditate, pray, definitely very important, especially as the weekend comes around. Not that it's any less important any other day of the week. I think that we all should have a spiritual practice in place in our life, even if it's only 2 minutes in the morning or 2 minutes before we go to bed, something consistent. But I think you are attached to spirituality in your vision of tomorrow. So manifest, put up what you want to manifest to the universe, God, your angels, your spirit guides. I think it's very important this week. And it is coupled with the Lovers and the Three of Swords. You know what? Let go of the regret in your life, okay? Where you dropped the ball, where you didn't give it your all, where you said something where you really shouldn't have, or where you didn't say something and you should have, where you should have put yourself into a situation and you didn't. Stop beating yourself up, okay? Every lesson is there for us to gain wisdom in life. So take the wisdom away, but stop beating yourself up. Stop beating yourself up. Let go of the regret. Forgive yourself. Embrace who you are. Embrace your goals, your challenges that you want to dive into going forward. Okay, now this could be deepening relationships. Okay, we can't deepen a relationship if we have some kind of regret in our heart. We have to clear the air, even if it's only with ourselves. We have to let go of any kind of negative vibration that is left lingering over a past path, chaos in our life, sorrows and tears in our life, what caused it, where we feel we dropped the ball, where we feel we didn't or we weren't good enough, okay? It was there to give you the wisdom, so embrace the beauty of who you are. Love yourself. And it could even be with other people. You might be harboring some kind of resentment against another person. You need to clear the air. You need to cross that bridge, okay, in order to really become successful going forward. For love relationships, we do have the Queen of Swords. And this is, I think, you're very protective of your relationships, your close bonds this week. Okay, and it is growing, it is nurturing, it is developing those bonds into something deeper, something more enriching, something that gives you balance, something that gives you security going forward. Absolutely. If you are not in a relationship, well, we have the Fool, we have the Ace of Cups, so yes, somebody could come into our lives this week that really makes a difference on our security, on our balance, on our well-being. Absolutely. For work, career, you're going forward. You are, okay? You're in this boat. You're ready to push forward based on the wisdom that you've gained on your path so far, and probably with another person. Either they are there to cheer you on, to build you up, or they are there as a real partner going forward. And we know it's going to take a lot of work. It's not a get rich quick. It is a long term, okay? And so we need to look at it long term. We do not have a motor on this boat. We don't even get a paddle or an oar. We get a stick. So we know it's going to take a lot of work. We know it's going to take a lot of planning and a lot of purposeful thought going into our plans in order to reach the other side, in order to reach our goals, reach our dreams. But it is doable. You have gone through the lessons in order to gain the wisdom of how to go forward. So tap into your abilities, tap into your talents, and persevere. Determination. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.